Hello friends, in this video I'm going to discuss wireless 5 function or wireless totem function, its definition, some results, and we'll discuss the method to use this function for our congruence problems. Okay, now let us start with the definition. For any integer n, we define phi of 1 is equal to 1, and for n greater than 1, phi of n is defined as the number of positive integers which are less than n and relatively prime to n. Means if n is 1, then phi of 1 or wireless phi function is defined as 1, and if n is more than 1, then phi of n is defined as number of positive integers which are less than n and relatively prime to n. Relatively prime to n means GCD is equal to 1. Greatest common divisor is equal to 1. This is how we define the wireless phi function. For example, if n is 6, means we have to find phi of 6. Now, 6 is more than 1. Okay, that means phi of 6 is defined as number of positive integers which are less than 6 and relatively prime to 6. Let us find out. Now, 1 is less than 6 and relatively prime to 6 also. 2 is not. 3 is also not. 4 and 6 not. Then 5. Clearly 5 is also prime to relatively prime to 6. That means 2 in number, therefore phi of 6 is 2. If I take n to be 10, now 1 is less than 10 and relatively prime to 10. 2 is not. 3 yes. 4 not. 5 no. 6 no. 7 yes. Then 8 no. 9 yes. Okay, 1 3 7 9. 4 in number means 4 positive integers which are less than 10 and relatively prime to 10. That means phi of 10 is 4. This is how we define Euler's phi function. Clearly, phi of p is equal to p minus 1, where p is a prime. Okay, for example, phi of 5. 5 is prime, then phi of 5 is 4. Since 1, 2, 3, 4. All numbers are less than 5 are relatively prime to 5. That means phi of 5 is 4. Okay, now we have some results. First is if P1, P2, Pk are distinct prime factors of n where n is greater than 1, then phi of n is defined as r is equal to n into 1 minus 1 upon P1, 1 minus 1 upon P2 up to 1 minus 1 upon Pk. Okay, this is the formula to find phi of n where P1, P2, Pk are distinct prime factors of n. For example, phi of 10. Now 10 can be written as 2 into 5, and 2 and 5 are distinct prime factors of 10. Using this formula, this is phi of 10 is equal to 10 into 1 minus 1 by 2 and 1 minus 1 upon 5. That means this is equal to 10 into 1 by 2 into 4 by 5. This will get cancelled out and we have 4. And we have already seen here also phi of 10 is 4. And from this formula also we are getting 4. Clear? If P1, P2, Pk are distinct prime factors of n where n is greater than 1, then phi of n is equal to n into 1 minus 1 upon P1, 1 minus 1 upon P2 up to 1 minus 1 upon Pk. Okay, now consider next example. If we have to find the phi of 100. Okay, now 100 can be written as 25 into 4 and 5 into 5 into 2 into 2. Then 5 and 2 are distinct factors. Okay. Distinct factors are 2 only, 5 and 2. That means using this formula, phi of 100 is 100 into 1 minus 1 by 2 into 1 minus 1 by 4. Okay. 1 by 2 and 5 here, not 4. Okay, now this is equal to 100 into 1 by 2 into 4 by 5, 10, that is 40. Means 5 of 100 is 40. Clear? Now, second result is if m and n are co-prime, means GCD is 1, then phi of m into n is equal to phi of m into phi of n, where m and n are greater than or equal to 1. Okay. Now, if we want to find phi of 100, then phi of 100 can be written as 25 into 4. 25 into 4. Now, 25 and 4 are co-prime. Their GCD is 1. That means using this formula, we can write this as phi of 25 into phi of 4. Now, 25. That is 5 into 5. Okay. Now, using result 1, this can be written as 25 into 1 minus 1 upon 5. 5 is distinct factor of this. 25, 5 into 5, and same way this is 4 into 1 minus 1 by 2. 2 is 2 into 2. 2 is distinct factor of 4. That is 25 into 4 by 5 into 4 into 1 by 2. 5 here, 2 here, 5 4s are 20, 20 into 2, 40. And we have already seen here also that phi of 100 is 40. Clear? And from here also we are getting the same. That means if m and n are co-prime, then phi of m n is equal to phi of m into phi of n. Next result is phi of 10 power n is equal to 4 into 10 power n minus 1. Since 10 power n can be written as 2 power n into 5 power n. Okay, we can write in this form also, and 2 and 5 are distinct prime factors of 10 power n. Then using first result, this is equal to 10 power n into 1 minus 1 by 2 into 1 minus 1 by 5, and this is 10 power n into 1 by 2 into 4 by 5. That is 4 into 10 power n minus 1. Okay. Same way, if we want to find phi of 10, then 1 here, this will be 4 into 10 power 0. That is 1. 4 into 1, that is 4. Okay, we have already shown that phi of 10 is 4. And same way, if we want to find phi of 100, that is phi of 10 square. Then this will be equal to 4 into 10 power 2 minus 1, that is 1, that is 40. Clear? Now, we have next result. Phi of p power n is equal to p power n minus p power n minus 1. Now, p is prime. Okay. Now, phi of p power n. Only one distinct prime factor. That means this can be written as p power n into 1 minus 1 upon p. Using first result, that is, this is p power n minus p power n minus 1. Clear? Okay. Now, for example, if we want to find the phi of 125. Now, this is phi of 5 cube, and using this formula, this is 5 cube minus 5 square, that is 125 minus 25, that is 100. Clear? Now, we have Euler's theorem. Statement is, let a and n, where n is greater than or equal to 1, be any integer such that GCD of a and n is equal to 1. Then we have this result, and we are going to use this congruence in our next problems in finding remainder or finding last 2 digit, last digit, or last 3 digits. In that type of questions we are using this result. And result is, let a and n be where n is greater than or equal to 1 be any integer such that GCD of a and n is 1. Then a power phi n, where this is the wireless phi function, is congruent to 1 modulo n. This result we are going to use in our problems. Okay, clear? Now we come to the examples. First problem is, find the remainder when 2 power 50 is divided by 7. Okay, means we want to find a, where a is given by this congruence. 2 power 50 is congruent to a modulo 7. Now here we are going to use this wireless phi function in order to find a. Okay, now since GCD of 2 and 7 is 1, they are relatively prime. Here 2 is a is 2 here, and this n is 7. That means we have this GCD of a and n is 1. Okay, therefore by Euler's theorem we have 2 to the power phi of 7 is congruent to 1 modulo 7. Now since 7 is prime, therefore phi of 7 is equal to 7 minus 1, which is 6. Okay, therefore we have this. Therefore we have 2 power 6 is congruent to 1 modulo 7. Okay, now we want to find the 2 power 50. We want to reach to 50. Now we will take 8 power both sides, and using the properties of congruence relation, we have this congruence, that is 2 power 48 is congruent to 1 modulo 7. Now we will multiply 2 square both sides in order to reach to 2 power 50. Okay, that means we have this congruence. This will imply 2 power 50 is congruent to 4 modulo 7. That means this 4 is the remainder when 2 power 50 is divided by 7. Okay, this is how we will now solve congruence problem using Euler's phi function. Now we come to second problem. Find the remainder when 14 power 65 is divided by 7. Okay, now same here also, to find a, where a is given by this congruence relation. 14 power 65 is congruent to a modulo 7. Now GCD of 41 and 7 is 1. Therefore by Euler's theorem we have 41 power phi of 7 is congruent to 1 modulo 7. That is 41 power 6. Phi of 7 is 6. 1 modulo 7. Now we want to reach to 65. So taking 10 power both sides, we have this. Taking 10th power, we have this. That is 41 power 60 is congruent to 1 modulo 7. Clear? Now we will multiply by 14 power 5 both sides. Is congruent to 14 power 5 modulo 7. Clear? Now this will give us 14 power 65 is congruent to 14 power 5 modulo 7. Clear? Now mark this as 1. Okay, now again we will use this congruence. 41 is congruent to minus 1 modulo 7, as 7 divides 41 minus of minus 1, that is 42. Therefore, we have 41 power 5 is congruent to minus 1 power 5 modulo 7. Clear? Now since 5 is an odd number, therefore we have negative sign here. 41 power 5 is congruent to minus 1 modulo 7. Also, minus 1 is congruent to 6 modulo 7, as 7 divides minus 1 minus 6, which is minus 7. Therefore, we can write 41 power 5 is congruent to 6 modulo 7. Now using 1 and 2, and using the transitive property of congruence relation, we have 41 power 65 is congruent to 6 modulo 7. That means this 6 is the remainder. 6 is the remainder obtained when 41 power 65 is divided by 7. Clear? Now we come to third problem. Prove that the integer 53 power 103 plus 103 power 53 is divisible by 39. Okay, now we will prove this. We have to prove this integer 53 power 103 plus 103 53 is divisible by 39. Okay, the steps we will follow here in this particular question is that we want to show the remainder is 0 when 39 divides this number. If remainder is 0, then only we can say this integer is divisible by 39. Okay, that is we will show 53 power 103 plus 103 power 53 is congruent to 0 modulo 39. If we are getting the remainder as 0 when 39 divides this integer, then only we can say 39 divides this, or this number is divisible by 39. Okay, now we will follow these 3 steps in order to prove this question. Okay, now the steps to be followed here are: first step, we will set a congruence relation between 53 power 103 congruent to a modulo 39. In first step, we will find this a. In my second step, I am going to find b, where b is given by this congruence relation. Then using congruence relation properties, using 1 and 2, we have this 53 power 103 plus 103 power 53 is congruent to a plus b modulo 39. And in my last step, I will show a plus b is equal to 0. Okay, these are the 3 steps we will follow. Now, for first step, to find a, where a is given by 53 power 103 is congruent to a modulo 39. Okay, now GCD of 53 and 39 is 1. Therefore, by Euler's theorem, we have 53 power 5 of 39 is congruent to 1 modulo 39. Now, 5 of 39. 39 can be written as 3 into 13. And since 3 and 13 are co-prime, we have this result of Euler's function, the same as 5 3 into 5 13. Again, since 3 is odd, 5 of 3 is equal to 3 minus 1, that is 2. 13 is again, 3 is prime, not odd. We are using the result for prime. 3 is prime. Therefore, phi of 3 is 3 minus 1, that is 2. And phi of 13, which is again a prime, that means its phi of 13 will be 13 minus 1, that is 12. Okay, phi of 39 is 24. Therefore, we have 53 power 24 is congruent to 1 modulo 39. Now we want to reach to power 103. Okay, taking 4 power both sides, we have this. On multiplying this, 24 into 4 gives 96 is congruent to 1 modulo 39. Now we will multiply by 53 power 7 both sides. This will give us 53 power 7. We have this congruence relation modulo 39. That is, we have this. That is 53 power 103 is congruent to 53 power 7 modulo 39. Mark this as 1. Now again I am going to use this congruence. 53 is congruent to 14 modulo 39. Since 53 minus 14 is equal to 39, this will give us 53 power 7 is congruent to 14 power 7 modulo 39. Mark this as 2. Using 1 and 2, we have 53 power 103 is congruent to 14 power 7 modulo 39. Again, we will use this congruence. 14 square is congruent to 1 modulo 39. This gives 14 square power 3 is congruent to 1 power 3 modulo 39. That is 14 power 6 is congruent to 1 modulo 39. This will give us, on multiplying by 14 both sides, we have this congruence modulo 39. That is 14 power 7 is congruent to 14 modulo 39. Now mark this one as 3 and this one as 4. Using 3 and 4, we have 53 power 103 is congruent to 14 modulo 39. Okay, we have this. Mark this as this 5. Now we come to second step. Next congruence. Now here we have to find B, where 103 power 53 is congruent to B modulo 39. Okay, again here also GCD of 103 and 39 is 1. Therefore, by Euler's theorem, we have 103 power 5 of 39 is congruent to 1 modulo 39. That is 103 power 24 is congruent to 1 modulo 39. Okay, now squaring, taking second power both sides, we get 103 power 48 is congruent to 1 modulo 39. Now we will multiply by 103 power 5 both sides. Modulo 39, that is 103 power 53 is congruent to 103 power 5 modulo 39. Clear? Mark this as 6. Now 103 is congruent to minus 14 modulo 39. We have this congruence relation also. This gives us 103 power 5 is congruent to minus 14 power 5 modulo 39. Since 5 is an odd number, we have a negative sign here also. Negative, I can write like this, taking minus sign outside, modulo 39. Clear? Now using this 6 and 7, we get, using 6 and 7, using 6 and 7, we have 103 power 53 is congruent to minus 14 power 5 modulo 39. Mark this as 8. Okay. Now 14 square is congruent to 1 modulo 39. This gives us 14 square congruent to this. Now multiplying by 14 both sides, we have this, that is 14 power 5 is congruent to 14 modulo 39, and this will give us minus 14 modulo 39. Okay. Now mark this as 9. Now using 8 and 9, we have 103 power 53 is congruent to minus 14 modulo 39. Now we mark this as 10. Now from 5th and 10th, we have 53 power 103 plus 103 power 53 is congruent to 14 and minus 14, that is 0 modulo 39. That is, we are getting remainder as 0 when 39 divides 53 power 103 plus 103 power 53. Okay, that means here we are getting a plus b as 0. Remainder is 0. That means we are done. Since remainder, we are getting remainder as 0, this implies this integer 53 power 103 plus 103 power 53 is divisible by 39. Hence proved. Okay, clear? Now that's it for this video. If you have any queries or any suggestions, please write to me in comment box. Thank you.